Good morning. Happy Sunday. The sun is out. The sky is blue. It's rather chilly. There's a westerly wind buffeting the garden every now and then. And it's certainly a jumper day. Although watching the garden and seeing the sun dancing off of the flowers, you'd think it was really warm outside. The noise in the background is the oven ticking over. We have a Stanley oil-fired range and it's heating the house at the moment. The house last night felt bitter. Extra blankets were needed. Let's talk about the tulips today. So these absolutely dazzling white tulips with a very slight green fleck to the petals is a Mount Tecuma. It's classed as a tall tulip and it's by the brand Verve through B&Q. Very compact and holding their form really well, and inside you can just see the creaminess of the setals. And looking this way, we have the very pale creamy yellow and the splashed red of the Grand Perfections. Again, these are a tall tulip, and the older the flowers get, the paler that cream goes till it's almost creamy white. And again, they're really holding their form well. Now these are my favourite this year. The colour is jaw-dropping. And these are Queen of the Night. Again, a B&Q rose. And this is from their 10 bulbs for £1.50 selection. So it goes to show you don't have to spend a lot of money on tulips to get a fantastic result. Now that is perfection. Here we have in the garage border the Centura Montana, and these were transplanted from the front garden in, I think it's 5 clumps. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, 6. And this garage border was newly planted last year with the hydrangeas, the polar bears, the cyclamen, underplanted with the blue of the geraniums. And then we've got some euphorbia in here, some Verbinia Valencia. The bulbs have gone over. Yeah, so it's going to be a very pretty border. Currently home to a massive ladder that we need just to clear the moss off some of the thatch. I think some of the hydrangeas are silver dollar. Yeah. But so pleased with these. They transplanted like a dream. I don't often show you this view of the garden up onto the lawn, but here you can see all of the beams that were removed just before they were thinking of demolishing the cottage, and then it was saved by a lottery grant somewhere in the 1980s. So yeah, these were the original beams and they've still got the ironwork in them. Some of them have still got the carpenter's marks on them, and they're still here as part of the landscape. And then this goes up past the what we call the stable block. It's got 2 stables in it, garage, Archie's offices, and then David's workrooms. But yeah, it's quite a nice view under an arch that we've had to support. I think if you were here in the very early days of my videos, you would have seen that come tumbling down. We've got here the cow parsley that I love to keep, a bit of cow parsley in the garden. Very country and very seasonal. But yeah, it's a good view of the lawn. And then you can see kind of the height difference of the lawn. The cottage was dug out in the 80s, and this was all backfilled and drainage was put in to stop flooding. So it has flooded once in recent history. That's why preventative measures were taken. I'm not going to walk back too far because there is a pond behind me. But today is going to be a weeding day. So I'm going to get some thick gloves to get the nettles. I'm going to get a trowel and a trug. So I thought I'd quickly duck inside the greenhouse and just give you an update on how everything is doing in here. Lots of stuff on the floor. So the stuff on the floor will be going into the front wall where we currently have the remains of the tete-a-tetes. So in here has been sown lots of straw flowers, which is the helichrysum, several types of cosmos. So we have got some dwarf cosmos, white cosmos, and then the seashells. Got 6 tomato plants in the purple pots at the back. These are from In Excess. I'm very frugal, and I went through the pots and I found the odd pot that had 2 tomato seedlings in it rather than 1. So paid for 3, got 6, quite like that. These are the ones that got slugged, the White King larkspur, which you can see me picking the slugs off to go on the compost heap in one of my short videos. So I've got some larkspur. I think there is 1, 2, 3, 7. Yeah, 7 out of probably 30. Yeah. There's some of my own sown tomato seeds at the back, and we've got 7 plants from them, so we're okay for tomatoes. The middle one with White King on it, the slugs had all of that. Next to that we have got the cornflowers, the start of the cornflowers, and in the front of that we've got the stalks coming through. Chinese lanterns, which are the orange Chinese lanterns, they do need a water, so I've got my watering can in here and I'll do that in a second. But nothing's come up on those yet, but they are always slow to come up. Some more of the straw flower at the front. And then we have 2 more loads of cosmos, and that's because I grow for my parents and David's parents as well. We've got some baby foxgloves there, of the biennial ones. The zinnias are just starting to come up. And then in front of those, we've got 1 plant from the lobelia that have come up. But I have to add, the seed was about 4 years old. A little clump of foxgloves in a pot there, and some more stalks behind there. This is my compost from the compost heap, and I wanted to see if I would just broadcast it over the garden like I have been, what grows in it. And there you go. That's all the seeds that have survived the composting process. Right, 3 chilies going through there, and I will do a chili video at a later date, and then look at the flower heads on the lemon tree. So once they come out, well, what we do is we open the door to the cottage from the greenhouse, because the perfume from these guys is just so intense, and I've moved them nearer the door so on warm days the bees can come in, and then hopefully we'll have some pollination. Someone very kindly put in the comments that they couldn't see any weeds in my garden, and they're certainly there. They're quite well hidden. I literally plant for minimal work. So here we go, here's some stinger nettles here, and there's a couple of weeds in here that are going to come out, so I'm going to take them out now, and then these will all get added onto the compost heap. So I'm not going to record me weeding. I think there are other channels that do it better than I do, so I'm just going to get rid of another basket to the chickens because they quite enjoy it. Alrighty, I've done a little bit of weeding. The wind's still blowing, so I've come to get the shepherd's hut, guess ready. It's not too bad. It still had a Christmas tree up, so I just popped that away. I've got to fill all the canisters because we empty them over winter season unless someone's in here at Christmas, which invariably they are. We've got a little paraffin heater and we can add a electric heater in here. But yeah, fresh bedding's gone on. It's not looking too bad. We've had a little bit of damage here with the expansion and the contraction of the wood. So my husband's going to caulk along there, like tap it back in. But on the whole, it's fared quite well. It just needs a really good spring clean. So I bought my favourite Purdy and Fig out and I'm going to give it a spruce up. So the shepherd's hut's complete. Got some fresh planted arrangements on the front steps, and I'm going to have a cup of tea on one of these garden cushions. These are from Next. They're 16 years old, maybe more. The stars on the shepherd's hut are from a company called Burwood's in Winchester. And the champagne cooler is got year 2000 on it. That's the year that my and my husband got together, and it was sold from B&Q with a coconut plant in it. Of all strange things. But yeah, I'm going to crack on with the weeding. So I'm not going to record me weeding. I think there are other channels that do it better than I do. So I'm just going to get rid of another basket to the chickens because they quite enjoy it. And that's it for my Sunday video. Hope everyone has a beautiful day, and hopefully we can catch up again in the week. Please click like and subscribe. It really helps this channel grow. It's been fabulous seeing all your comments, so please leave a comment below and I will try and get back to you.